I
And you
love
know what? Let me close this door because my
okay.
husband will be coming in here. There we go. And
Yeah,
he won't remember that I'm doing this. So
right. No, I
anyhow.
totally get it. I think that's a husband thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, hello,
Mm.
everyone who can tune in now or watching the replay. Again, my name is Ashley. I've been popping up all morning and afternoon in various places to celebrate with you all the launch of my book, Lost Travel Found. And I'm here with a very special guest, a fellow caregiver, and soon to be author
Yes.
and caregiver coach. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, Ashley, thank you so much for having me. I'm Dyuanna Calhoun. I am a resilience life coach, caregiver, and supporter of all caregivers because we all are caregivers in one way or another. And I'm just excited, so excited to be here with you today. It's your day.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I mean, we connected, excuse me, like when? Or February,
Oh,
March, something like that.
yes.
And we hopped on a call, and what was supposed to be like 20 minutes turned into 2.5 hours
Yeah,
because we just
yeah,
didn't want to hang up. It was like, hi,
yeah.
Miriam. It was like we just clicked, and then we are in the same state. So beautiful Ohio.
Right. I know. Isn't that
Ups and
awesome?
downs with the weather. I don't know how it is up there for you, but
It's Cleveland.
yeah.
It's gray. It's cloudy.
Yeah. I think
Yes,
the
a
sun
little
is
chill.
trying to peek out, but I think it's supposed to rain later. So, but it's not going to rain on my
Yeah.
parade and my
That's
party.
right.
So,
That's right. That's right. That's right. This is an exciting day.
yeah, I'm so excited. And I wanted to speak more with you because, in that 2.5 hours that we talked, so much of what you had to say resonated with me. And I think, we both realize like caregivers need to take a pause for the cause, which is
Mhm.
yourself.
That's right.
And, you know, you have to care for you at some point or you're going to run yourself ragged. At what point in your caregiving journey did you feel that?
Wow. Yeah. I felt that at different points throughout my caregiving journey because essentially I have been a caregiver and I acknowledge this now, this year, starting this year, I acknowledge that I'm a caregiver because I didn't see myself as that because it started with my mother and followed suit with my father, my
Mhm.
sister, and these are family members, so we don't think of it that way. But I knew that I was feeling run down or neglecting myself. I mean, I would have little aha moments, but the really awakening occurred last year, 2020, was like the point at which I decided, I didn't decide, let me stop lying. My body decided that it was time. It was time to stop playing around because what you don't give yourself, your body will extract in all
Ooh.
different types of ways. And I got to the point where I really was at my low. And that's just who I am. That's kind of how I'm wired. That's how I learn, per se. But I am here to encourage others. You don't have to follow my path. You can take better care of yourself because everyone just doesn't have to do that. You don't have to do it. And I
Right.
had moments, where people suggested things, and I did the best I won't be that hard on myself. I did the best I could with what I knew, which I think we all do.
That I was just about to say, I think that's something that we all do. You
Mm-hmm.
do the best with the knowledge that you have until you learn
Yeah,
something else or something more.
that's right.
It took for me to burn out to realize, like, oh, I probably should take
Mm-hmm.
better care of myself than this because I can't
Yeah.
keep running on empty because eventually I'm going to stop, which is almost what happened. Um,
Yes.
the whole not trying to be seen as being weak, you know, it's so overrated. Like
It is
anytime
so
someone
overrated.
now says like, "Can I?" Uh-huh. What? Yep. Yep. What you just said.
Right.
Yep. I'll take that. I'll
That's
take that help.
right. Yeah.
Because it's hard. Life is already hard enough. If someone's offering to
Hmm.
help in whatever way, and it works for you,
Hmm.
why block your blessing? That's what my mom always says. Don't block your
That's
blessing,
right.
or the blessing that might turn around and come to that person
Hmm.
who's offering the help. So
But I think we have to be taught that, because
uh-huh.
the way we respond by saying yes, yes, okay, okay, sure, well, I can handle it. Yeah, sure, I got it. That is a learned behavior
Oh yeah.
that we're born into. We just see others do it. There's no discussion. You just kind of do that. Take on those responsibilities, put those things on your plate
Right.
without really noticing. Hmm.
Yeah. So you kind of have to like relearn some behaviors.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. But
And
thank goodness for people like you who are providing examples of what it looks like. It's not, it's whatever you want it to look like. And you inspired me. I'll never forget, one day I was watching a live video you were doing. You were walking and being you, and that inspired me. Oh, that's something I should do, is just take a few extra moments for myself. So those little examples, I think, also show us that it's okay and it's not selfish.
yeah,
Hmm.
it totally is. Because you have to remember to take care of your temple, your body,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, in order to care for others.
That's
And
right.
and that's for caregivers and non-caregivers alike. You have
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
remember yourself and your body, uh, to carry out whatever it is, your passions, your purpose, whatever it is. And for the longest, I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know what my purpose was. And
Right.
excuse me, in Lost Travel Found, you basically watch me go along this journey
Hmm.
of, what is Ashley doing here? What is she supposed to be doing? What is her purpose? And you're
Hmm.
going along with me, figuring it out. And it's like almost a light bulb aha moment when it all
Hmm.
comes together, which is what I describe in Lost Travel Found. And I know you ordered a book, and I'm so excited
Yes, I
to
can't
get it.
wait.
Yes.
I cannot
I hope you
wait.
get it soon
Yes.
so you can
Me
start.
too.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
um, if you were to write a book, which I know you told me you are trying to, in the
Hmm.
process of, what would be your focus area?
My focus area is the soul. It's the inner. It's the self. That has been my biggest aha moment. I have been spending a lot of time looking outside of myself for an inner challenge, for a solution that was lying within. So that
Hmm.
means being self aware, telling the truth, cold truth of your life, and just looking back over time changes your perspectives. When you were 20, looking back when you were 10, you have a different perspective. When
Yeah.
you're 40, looking back, So yeah, it would be an inner adventure. That's my focus on self.
Oh, I like
Hmm.
that. An inner
Yes,
adventure.
an inner adventure. Because you have to go inward. We have to peel all those layers just to get closer to who we really are authentically, I
Right.
think, which prevents us from saying yes to help when people are offering it. That's an
Yes.
example, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a question though?
Oh,
Because,
absolutely. Please.
you know, this whole, I'm on the outside watching you and being inspired, and you know, the thing that I admire is that I know it took a lot of courage for you to share and put your story out there, your life out there. And did you feel at times, you know, that you had to hold back, or were you, you know, hold back some of your story, you know, your experience, or did you just go full out and say, this is what it is, this is my journey, the pain and all? Because it's not just about pain, it's about the beauty of it. But
Right.
what was that process like?
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you asked. So I'll say that's why I believe 100,000% in coaches. I'll just
Mhm.
preface the answer here. So whether that be a business coach, a writing coach, I believe
Mhm.
in all of it. You know, I know several of caregiver coaches now, and
Mhm.
or wellness coaches, however you want to term it. And
Mhm.
I believe in everything and all of it, 100,000%, because those coaches will ask questions of you and kind of guide you in bringing out the best you. So I hired a writing coach,
Hmm.
and she's a caregiver as well. And the thing is, I wanted to pull back on some of my stories because we would just be talking, like me and you are sitting here talking now, and
Mhm.
there would be some memory that would pop up, and I'd be like, oh yeah, this happened, da da da. And she'd be like, hold on, pause, write that down, because that's going to be homework. You're going to expand on it
Ah,
because that's going to be a whole
wow.
chapter in your book. And I said, huh? No,
Hmm.
no, no, no. I was just
We were
talking.
just talking.
Yeah. I said, no, no, no. I don't want it. And she said, but we need it.
I don't want.
But we need it. Like the
Right.
readers literally need what you just said. So
Mhm.
yes, there was that struggle. Like I didn't want to, but it ended up in there anyways, type thing.
Yeah.
But
Right.
after it all came together and you're reading chapter by chapter, it became this like beautiful masterpiece. And that's when I gave
Mhm.
her props, even though she gave me tons of homework. It became this. It became my book, Lost Travel
Wow.
Found.
Right.
So, and Miriam had the same writing coach too. So, I'm sure she would agree
Mm.
too, because the first time I had a meeting with Sarah, if you're going to listen on later, I love you, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
But I would message Miriam and go, girl, this Sarah lady is giving me too much homework. And Miriam would message me back and say, you haven't seen
Right.
homework yet. So, but it was just a part of the process. And I think
Right.
uh, I'll say this: I started writing a part of my journey back in May of 2020.
Mhm.
I quit at the end of May of 2020. Like I literally started at the beginning and then
January.
quit at the end of May of 2020. Because it's hard. One, it was hard to focus. And
Yes.
two, I was in the middle of launching Timeless Dream events, getting caring for the caregiver, treat yourself up and going.
Come
There was all these
on.
different factors into it. But then I was led back to my story and writing it because
Mhm.
there was a tug at my heart, my heartstrings. So, and I trusted Miriam enough that this Sarah woman that she put me in contact with was going to help
Mhm.
me. So, and I'm so glad I went with my instincts with Miriam, with Sarah, because I have this beautiful book,
Yes.
Lost Travel Found,
Yes.
that I can share with the world now. It's literally on the world's bookshelves right now, which still blows my mind.
I'm so excited about that. That's awesome, man. That is
Because
just awesome.
yeah, and because as we've been talking, or throughout today, I can check to see like where in the world someone has bought books on Amazon, and I've sold some in the Netherlands and the UK, and my mind is just blown. Like, y'all want to read my story?
That's
But
right.
it's out there. There's no turning back. So
Do you have like a favorite chapter or passageway, or like something like your baby, this was the favorite piece of it, or anything like that? I don't know. I've never written anything,
so
I'm
I'm
curious.
actually going to read at 8 p.m. my main event with my business coach at 8 p.m. Tonight. If you tune in, anybody listening, if you tune in, I will be doing a reading that it almost felt like a punch in the stomach. And I don't know where the paper came from, because I was sitting in a parking lot of all places where I felt this need to write. And out came this nasty gram to cancer. But it's such a beautiful piece. And I'm gonna read it later tonight.
Okay, cool. Okay.
There's also this other beautiful piece that I wrote to my dad. There's so many different pieces in my book that I love.
Yeah.
I got to write about my parents' love and how it transferred into my marriage, and just all the things, different places that I visited, and how it made me reflect on myself, and self-love was grown out of it. So those are just a few things. So tune in at 8 p.m. if you can.
That's right. I will be there.
Yeah, and just it's I'll give you little teasers, little snippets, for the ones that are still kind of on the fence of buying it. It's going to make you want it. So definitely, I'm excited to open the book and read a little bit more with everyone, and just see where the book goes, whose hands it can get in, and whose minds and hearts it can open and help.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm so excited. Yes. It's a healing.
Absolutely.
Book. I know for sure. Because that's been my experience with you. And we haven't known each other that long, but that's your true spirit, giving. And like I said, just showing others what it's like to be a caregiver. And I think especially is critical right now, because 2020 came in like a lion, and people who were, strong and vital and vibrant and living, their lives have been turned upside down from COVID, and whole families and living situations have been changed. So people who may never have thought of themselves of ever being a caregiver or having to be, are finding themselves in that situation. And what does that mean? I mean, it means, are you still true to yourself? Do you forsake your goals and dreams?
Right.
How are you growing from that relationship that you and your husband have gone through? There are other couples right now that need to see that example of the diagnosis and what you all did to face it. And not trying to give away anything, but just, people need to see this. And I think the timing is just perfect right now. So I'm just excited for you and others. If you're on the fence, I mean, why? I mean, this is the time to get all the tools you can get, to learn how to care for yourself, because caring for yourself And using your life experience is just going to help you care for others better,
Right.
when you find yourself there. So
Exactly.
hats off to you.
Oh no, I mean, I don't have very much to follow up on that. I mean, you just you told them.
No. I mean, I don't know what you're waiting on, really. It's a story of love and hope,
Yeah.
And living, not 20 years from now,
Yeah.
like right now.
Because if my life hasn't taught me anything, I ain't waiting for 20 years because I don't know if I got 20 years. And I'm not saying like I'm not wishing anything on me, but
no,
it's just life. It is what it is. So you have to enjoy it while you're here. And, I don't want to just survive, like Stacy said earlier, I want to thrive. I want to survive and thrive. So, and that's what I'm here to do.
That's what you're doing.
Yep. I'm here to help others along their pathway. And this is my vehicle to get them to, loving themselves. I know sometimes you feel lost, but you can be found. So
there you go.
That is my book. I have dropped the link a couple times throughout our discussion, but I just want to be cognizant of time since I will be going live every half hour. But I appreciate you spending time with me. Hopefully I can get up to Cleveland soon. It's like 4 hours away from me, but we got to make it work.
Right? That's all right. We will. And just thank you so much for having me, including me in this wonderful memory and fingerprint that you are leaving behind for everyone. So I salute you and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. And before I say goodbye, I think, hold on. I am on, I'm on Instagram next for the next hour, 4:30. I will be talking to Dr. Kate Steiner, who is a burnout coach. And 5 p.m., this is Eastern time, I'll be talking to Allison, who's a fellow caregiver advocate. And I will be talking to her on Instagram as well. I'll be back on Facebook and in this group at 5:30 p.m. with Dr. Jazz. So you can catch me on Instagram for the next hour. If you don't have Instagram, I will be back on Facebook in this group at 5:30, okay? And don't forget to make time for 8 p.m. tonight. Okay, that's the main event. All right, y'all. Until next time.
All right.